Y'all, it's a misunderstanding. Oh Lord, it's a misunderstanding, y'all. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it's going. But there's so much misunderstanding going on. This is what I just gave. Y'all, Amber gone. Amber made one of the biggest mistakes though in the last skit that I seen. She told Dave that all the rich men she been with always never made her feel like she was the prize. You never let I know that now at this big age, you never let a man know your insecurities or the things that you have struggled with in your life, especially within relationships. And she made mistake number one, the biggest mistake, the biggest one. You never tell a man that. One thing that I've learned from my homeboys, guy friends, and even relationships, ex relationships, whatever you want to call it, is that men love confidence. Men love a confident woman who know who she is. You know what I'm saying? They want a woman who know you the one and not the two. And being the one and not the two has nothing to do with your size, your education, your looks, nothing. It's something that comes from within. And once you get that thing, nobody can ever take that away from you again. Amen. No matter what life throws at you, no one can ever take you there again. Like I don't like, this ain't necessarily the hairstyle that I like. Amen. But I'm gonna rock it and I'm gonna be confident in it. You can't tell me I'm the one and not the one, or not the two, but the one. Amen. That's why I say, and I think that's what a lot of the different commentators are trying to say is Amber needs to be by herself. Amber needs to be alone before she gets with anybody. Even her stopping and becoming emotional. Like, oh my God, nobody's never treated me like this before. Men, that's not a turn on, sweetheart. Have confidence in who you are. Know who you are. Don't let nobody talk you into nothing or sweet talk you. Baby, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. A bum can tell you you're beautiful, you're lovely, you're a great person, and all that, and then you'll turn around. Hold on, I'm 18 years old. Wait, we ain't got time for spammers this morning. I'm gonna have to get you off my live, lose my live. Please don't come on here with the trolls and stuff. We ain't got time. We grown on this channel. Remove. Put user in timeout. 24 hours. Y'all don't come on here with all that. We talking business this morning. All y'all trolls. If y'all a moderator for AuntyReRe, please knock the trolls out. We ain't got time for that. This grown folk talk. We ain't got time for the chillums this morning. Yes, yes, Curl. Yes, Curl. Get the man, Amber. So I'm gonna ask some of y'all, and I know it ain't popular this morning. I like Dave. Baby, the chocolate is chocolate in it, and it's just chocolate. Y'all, they knocked me off my life. But I like Dave. I like Dave's personality. I think he's an alpha male. I think he out there in the bag of chips. He look good. I could just smell his cologne through the thing. I could just smell his cologne. He look he just chocolate. Just the chocolate. Just Jesus, the chocolate. I like Carmel too. Now, don't get me wrong. Now. I like Carmel, but the chocolate, something about the chocolate, and I can't read y'all comments. So if I don't respond to y'all, it's because I'm driving and I'm just talking right now. If I get to a standstill and I'm able to see your comments, I will resume the comments. If you have comments, you can go to the actual post that I made about it, Breakfast with Riri, and leave your comments there as well. Yeah, Darain, I agree with you. I think that, hey, Nancy, good morning. Thank you, girl. I think that Amber should just leave. If she really wants happiness, and if, to me, what I want to see If Dave is really about that life, if Dave really about that life and he really about business, he'll tell Amber, he'll say, you know what? Forget his money. Come be with me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he would say. I agree, Nancy. Amber is very vulnerable right now. She's sensitive, and if he was I'm not gonna say he's not an alpha male, but a real alpha male would say, you know what? Get your divorce, and I'll be here when your divorce over. Get your divorce, and I'll be here when your divorce over. The same thing with relationships or whatever. Now you have situations where the person not gonna leave. They not gonna leave. The husbands never leave their wives. Sometimes the wives never leave their husbands. But in this situation, you have it where she really this is the opportunity that a female would want. I mean, I don't know how to word it right, but it's not like she going from rich to a bum. You know what I'm saying? It's like you going from rich to richer, if that makes sense. And not that it's about the money, but if it's about the money that's making her stay, leave. She was almost crying the last time she asked him. She said, just sign the papers, just sign the papers, just let me go. Let him go. Let him go. I wasn't rich and I wasn't married, but I was in a relationship that was tearing me apart. And this wasn't even a narcissist. This was like a real relationship I was in where we lived together. Baby, I left beds, couches, washers, dryers. I didn't give a damn. I left because I wanted my peace. I didn't care about none of that materialistic stuff. Now, mind you, I was making my own money. I was making good money at the time. It wasn't. It wasn't. You know, that hard to leave. I did have somewhere to go, but it's like if it's hurting you like that, yeah. And Brody not gonna leave Angelina. Angelina is home for him. He likes her feistiness. As rough and rude as she can be, he like it. He love the fact that she gonna go out and get it. Pam need to run. Yeah, Pam is over with. That's it. That's all. And I look at it like this with the Pam situation. It's like you know what you signed up for, and that's for every woman that's ever messed with a married man. You know what you signing up for. You know what it is. So when it comes to that, and he don't leave the wife, then you know what it is. You know what you signed up for. And before you do it, you have to know that this go hurt me. They never leave their wives. They never. In most cases. Unless the wife leaves them Negroes don't leave their wives. Just point blank period. Now their girlfriends, they might leave the girlfriend for a while, depending on what she got or what she got to offer or whatever. But yeah, most of the time they never leave. But I think Amber, like I said, point blank period, Amber needs to be by herself. Amber needs to be alone. She needs to be alone. She needs to be by herself. She needs to heal. Just by her stopping in that parking lot, that lets us know she has not healed. She is not healed. And you can't find your healing in a man. Because if you look for your healing in a man or in a woman, if that person let you down, you crushed all over again. But if you heal before you go into the next relationship, then you heal. That person can't hurt you. Can't nobody else hurt you like that again. I would never say never to anything. I can't never say that I would never be hurt again. But I will never be a fool again. Amen. Nobody will ever use me again. Amen. I can promise you that. Because if it's any sign of me being used, manipulated, anything like that, I'm going to be out. I'm out. I'm Audi 5000, and I'm just like, I'm out of there. Nancy, we ain't gonna get into it this morning. Shayla, how Shayla being protected is she was on national TV with another woman. A mom was on national TV with another woman. Shayla is not being protected, so we ain't gonna talk about that today. We can talk about why she ain't watched the show yet, why she ain't seen the news flashes. But my biggest thing with the Amber said, if you want a response from Riri, thanks, Money Law. If you want a response from Riri, what I would say is, I think that Amber needs to be alone. I love Dave for her. I think after she heals, Dave will be the perfect chocolatey man for her. But for right now, Amber needs to be by herself. She needs to be by herself. She needs to heal. She needs to. I think she better let it go. I think she better let it go. Amen. For real, for real. Thank you, Money. I threw something together. I'm going to see about a job. Amen. Yeah, Auntie is in transition, so Auntie going to see about a job. But yeah, it's just women, as women, we don't allow ourselves time to feel. When Amber thought she was losing Anthony the first time, and he found out about Wayne, and she cried and she broke down. We haven't seen that. And not that I want to see Amber hurt or cry anymore, but she got to let that out. She got to let go of any remnant of of Anthony that she has left in her spirit. She needs to let it go. She needs to let it out. She needs to let go and let God. Because if not, she's just going to continue to hurt over and over and over again. And that's what I want for her. I don't want her to be alone. I don't want her to lose. I would love to see her turn up with Dave. But I want to see her heal first. She has to heal first. Yes, I agree with that, Nancy. They need therapy. Individual therapy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I love your comments too, money. It's not that nobody's saying that we don't want to. I don't. It's not that I don't want to see Amber happy. She's just moving too fast. She's clearly not healed. If you stop and break down and you tell a man verbally, she verbally told this man, "I've been with rich men who made me feel like nothing." Even if you feel that, don't say it. She said it, y'all. She said it. And so that shows the depth of the pain that she is suffering because she said it. To tell another man that, I'm hesitant at this time in my life. I'm hesitant about even telling a man what I've been through in previous relationships because I was watching this guy. He does a lot of couples therapy and stuff. And he said, you never tell a man how bad the last man was because you're setting the bar low. If the bar is telling her she's beautiful and sweet, she's not accepting no monetary gifts or anything. When he said he wanted to spoil her, you letting him know I can do little to nothing and make you happy. You letting that man know I can do little to nothing and make you happy. Why would you want to tell a man that? Why would you want to tell anybody that? Suzette, I'm not totally convinced. Now, I don't know if he here for a good time and not a long time, baby. Whoa. I don't know if he here for a good time or for a long time. But it's something, it's going to be a twist with Dave. If the writers keep writing like they've been writing, it's going to be a twist, a big twist. It's going to be a twist with Dave. Trust and believe. It's going to be a twist with Dave if they write like they've been writing. Yeah, my law, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you let a man know, or anybody, even in friendships, you can have a friend and say, you know what, my last friendship, I gave, and they didn't give me nothing. That new friend, all of a sudden, you gonna be out kicking it, and that new friend gonna be like, girl, I ain't got no money tonight. Because they already know you the type of friend that's gonna pay the bill, that's gonna pay the tab. Hold on. Go back to my media. I done lost my. I done lost. Oh, Lord. Okay, there we go. I'm back on track. So I'm gonna exit on Pat, post and Pat. Okay. Okay, I believe Amber's gonna come back to Atlanta. Distance herself from Dave. She could. She could. She very well could. I'm just really thinking, y'all, something up with Dave. They don't let. I'm just gonna be shocked, Suzette and everybody else. I do believe that Brody loves Angelina. Um, and that may be the love story that we didn't expect. Yeah, never let a man see you sweat. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, at this big age I am, I'm 48 years old. I'm finna be 49. And let me word myself very carefully. Unless I decide to play the game, and I joke all the time, y'all, about being retired, which I am in a sense. We ain't been retired a long time, but I've been retired. When I say retired, I mean I'm retired from the bull crap. I'm retired from the oh, I like him phase. I'm done with that because I just feel like at this time, come right, come correct. I know I'm the prize, weight gain and all. I know I'm the prize. I know that I'm worthy. So if I decide that I want to come out of retirement, if I decide I want to entertain somebody, it's gonna be fully my decision and not coming from a place of hurt or sadness or coming from a place of low self esteem or trauma from the previous relationship. Whoever I decide to entertain, it's gonna be because I want it. And I think right now, Amber is operating in a place of hurt. She's like, okay, this is a man's man. This man ain't tried to do nothing with me. I'm a good woman, I'm a good wife, and I'm gonna stay a good wife to my divorce. And I want her to stand on that. I want her to stand on business with that. But baby, as soon as that ink, the ink wouldn't even have to be dried, and I'd be at Dave's house. I'm just telling you what I know. I would be at Dave's house as soon as the ink dry. But I want to see her heal first. I pray to God, and I think she has. I mean, not pray to God like that. This is just a skit. Let me make sure I did get that disclaimer. This is just a skit. But if this were real life, my prayer would be for her to heal. Any of y'all trolls this grown folks conversation. I ain't got time to be keep on putting y'all that time out. I ain't got time for that foolishness. This a grown folks channel. Yeah. You got to know you the one and not the two. That's gonna make Dave even more attracted to her. The fact if she show him, yes, you're the one, I'm the prize, you will wait on me. I would have demanded, or I would have made him put me up in a nice hotel. If you want me to go on this trip with you, put me up at the Four Seasons. I would have allowed him to spoil me, but spoil me from afar. You make sure I get breakfast in the morning. This is where Amber is messing up. You already treating him like a husband, and y'all don't go together, and you still married to your husband. He shouldn't have all these special privileges. She cooked him a breakfast. I'm hungry right now. Hey man, as soon as I leave this spot, I'm going to get me some breakfast. I want some pancakes and eggs. Amen. That's all I'm saying. Take care of you, home girl. And that's what we mess up as women. We wife and do things for men. Is the next one. We do things for men, and some men do things for women that you should be doing for your spouse or somebody that you actually in a relationship with. Not somebody you just playing with. And at this big old stage, this big old age of ours, you have the right to do what you want to do. And I used to be one of those people, that wanted the fairy tale. And I still a part of it does, but it's like the reality is you gotta live your life and do what you want to do. But you have to have demands. You have to have uh, standards. And right now she's giving, and true enough, he's willing to give it back to her. Amber's love language is affirmations. Words of affirmation is her love language. That's her affirmation. That's her love language. Keep on cutting off. So I keep on cutting off. So I'm gonna come back to y'all after my meeting, after I'm stabilized. I'm come back to y'all at the. I think I'm gonna stop getting me some waffles. I want some Waffle House, and I know Waffle House not good for you, but I do want some. I want some Waffle House or some type, or maybe IHOP. I ain't been to IHOP in a while. Amber got me wanting breakfast, amen. But I do want some. I want some waffles or something. I want some waffles and some bacon, and I don't need it, but that's what I want. And it goes back to we have our needs and we have our wants. Right now, she wants David, but she don't need David, and that's the point that everybody needs to understand. She wants David, but she don't need David. And I do want Amber to be happy. I want Amber to win, but right now she's not going about it the right way. I'm sorry, y'all. She's not going about it the right way. She's doing it again, like she did with Anthony, like she did with Wayne. She's giving herself without finding herself. When she pursued Mike, let's go back. When she was pursuing Mike and helping him with his business, she poured into Mike. She poured into Wayne. Yeah, Wayne had the money, but she poured herself into Wayne. Then when she became married to Anthony, she poured herself into Anthony. At some point she got to use that same energy and pour that same energy into herself, and she gonna be a bad mama jamma. And I would say to any woman out there now, pour into yourself. Like me, if I get somebody, I get somebody. If I don't, I don't. It's hard out there, man. When you're a sensual person, amen, it gets hard. Oh Lord, it gets hard. It do, amen. But at the same time, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep moving until you find somebody to treat you like you want to be treated. Somebody go take me to see Michael Jackson. I want to go see Michael Jackson, and I don't want to. I don't want to pay for it myself. I want somebody to take me. Amen. I'm just saying. We ain't did the movies thing. Everything been streaming for so long. I want to see Michael at the movie. I want to get up and I want to do. I want all that. I want the whole experience. I want to see the people get up and dancing. I want us to sing together in the chorus. I want all that. Amen. I don't want to go with my homegirls, but if I have to, I will. But I'm just saying, you have to demand what you want. Amen. And not look desperate. Desperate is a turnoff. I hate a desperate man. I hate a man who leads with his money. I hate that. Don't lead with your money. I hate a man that lead with his money. I hate a man that lead with his mouth. Don't give me a bunch of words. Don't give me a bunch of none of that. Don't tell me what you will do with your mouth. All that. I don't want to hear all that. Show me. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you made out of. Surprise me. Lord, look, the whole camera flipped off on that one. Surprise me with who you are. I don't want to hear nothing. And right now, that's the only thing. Dave has been showing her certain things, but I'm still from the land of show me. Texas ain't the show me state, but show me. Show me you like me. Show me you want me. Show me you about that life. Amen. Show me. Show me what you're working with. Amen. So, with that being said, I got to go out. I made it to my destination. But yes, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to hit this 3,000 this month. Amen. I'm trying to hit this 3,000. So, but I will talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye. Oh, Lord.